The composition is built around a powerful radial perspective that converges toward a central point of infinite recession. The hypnotic spiral creates an overwhelming sensation of motion, transforming the flat surface into an immersive spatial event. The figure is intentionally inverted, disrupting conventional orientation and forcing viewers to question whether they are witnessing ascent or descent. The wings extend dramatically across the picture plane, establishing a counterbalance to the centripetal force of the vortex. This tension between expansion and contraction, freedom and inevitability, generates the work's emotional power. Scattered star-like forms float within the surrounding space, acting as celestial witnesses to the event while reinforcing the dreamlike and mythological atmosphere. The painting draws inspiration from the Greek myth of Icarus while challenging its traditional interpretation. Most artistic depictions focus on the consequences of hubris, the melting wax, the broken wings, and the fatal plunge. This work instead focuses on the untold instant when possibility remains unlimited. Ancient Greek civilization gifted Western culture an extraordinary treasury of myths that reveal not only divine behavior, but fundamental truths about human nature. Among these stories, Icarus occupies a unique place because his ambition continues to resonate through every technological and intellectual achievement. The work suggests that the true legacy of Icarus is not his fall, but his leap. Humanity has repeatedly inherited fragments of his metaphorical wings, science, engineering, philosophy, exploration, and art, each generation reshaping the dream of transcendence. At the same time, the painting serves as a cautionary reflection on the limitations of analogy. Wings resemble flight, but resemblance alone does not guarantee understanding. The myth, therefore, becomes both a celebration of imagination and a warning against the seductive simplicity of superficial comparisons. The color palette is intentionally intense and psychologically charged. Violet and yellow dominate the vortex, creating a vibrant optical tension that activates the viewer's perception and enhances the sensation of motion. Black and white structural elements reinforce the illusion of infinite depth. Emerald greens, cobalt blues, fiery reds, and luminous oranges animate the wings, transforming them into symbols of aspiration, creativity, and borrowed nature. The cool tones of the figure contrast with the warmth of the feathers, emphasizing the distinction between human invention and natural perfection. The resulting chromatic experience oscillates between wonder and disorientation, mirroring the dual nature of visionary ambition. The painting combines elements of optical art, op art, surrealism, contemporary mythological symbolism, visionary art, neo-geometric abstraction. The vortex references the perceptual experiments of 20th century optical art, while the central figure introduces a surreal narrative dimension. Together, these approaches create a contemporary reinterpretation of classical mythology through the language of modern visual perception. The work explores several enduring themes: human aspiration beyond natural limits, the relationship between imagination and knowledge, the seduction and danger of analogy, the eternal cycle of ambition, failure, and renewal. Myth as a vehicle for philosophical inquiry, rather than presenting a moral lesson, the painting invites contemplation. It recognizes that progress often begins with impossible dreams, while acknowledging that dreams can mislead as easily as they inspire. Fall into Eternity transforms a familiar myth into a timeless reflection on civilization itself. Every scientific breakthrough, artistic revolution, and act of exploration carries an echo of Icarus's leap. The painting proposes that humanity's greatest achievements arise not from certainty, but from the willingness to enter the unknown. In this sense, Icarus never truly fell. He continues to descend through history, carrying with him each generation that dares to imagine a horizon beyond the visible one. The work possesses strong collectibility due to its synthesis of classical mythological content, contemporary visual language, optical and immersive spatial effects, philosophical depth, distinctive chromatic intensity. Collectors interested in mythological reinterpretation, visionary art, and intellectually driven contemporary works will find the painting particularly compelling. Its combination of immediate visual impact and layered conceptual meaning rewards repeated viewing and sustained engagement. Fall into Eternity revisits one of civilization's foundational myths through the lens of contemporary perception. Rather than depicting the tragic conclusion of Icarus's journey, the work captures the eternal moment of transition between aspiration and consequence. A hypnotic vortex of geometric space engulfs a winged human figure, transforming physical descent into metaphysical passage. The painting examines both the power and the danger of analogy, the human tendency to infer possibility from resemblance. By situating Icarus within an infinite visual continuum, the artist presents the myth not as a warning against ambition, but as an enduring symbol of humanity's perpetual pursuit of transcendence. The work invites viewers to recognize themselves within the fall and within the dream that made the leap inevitable. Visit our website, purchase and collect our artworks, share our website with your family, friends, and co-workers. Contact us. We appreciate your interest and will reply to your questions, comments, requests, and extend our services in the best manner we possibly can.